but we changed it so it's more front facing. It just looks a little bigger. And seriously, best feature of this booth. But I don't know if we should do L shapes in the future because it just like doesn't really work for us.
Did not like it.
Good Thursday morning. We are at the 6 to 6 night market in Orange County, and we are setting up on the Thursday for setup, early setup. We're in the hangar again, the OC Promenade hangar, and we do have to walk all our stuff from the car in to like the booths and stuff. So we'll be doing that. So we did bring our tent, but we're technically not allowed to have the top inside. So we're just literally using it for the stability. We finished putting the roof components on, and they're just recycled from New York Now, which crazy it actually fits, which does make sense because New York Now was a 5x10 booth and this is a 10x10. So theoretically the maths. And then bam, we're done setting up. I didn't do a lot of setup footage just because I was busy setting up. But we have some lights, the new lanterns, and some of my Christmas lights that I'm hanging around just to add more light to the setup. So it kind of looks cool, more bright. And then there's our stuff here. And then there's our banner, and then the spinner will be out there. All right, done with set up. Look at our tent walls, they're so cute. And then the top actually looks pretty cool too, and I like the new lanterns. Literally just got them from Amazon.
Some food tonight, or?
Yeah.
Yeah? The best part here, right?
Exactly.
And then in food coma, you're like, all right, I guess I'll shop.
Yeah. I guess she's gonna like this. I like these. Oh, yeah, she wants it. I like that.
Hello, day 2 of night market. We got food from Mitsuwa and boba because we need the energy. Husband is over here somewhere, and I'm actually joining today. Yesterday he was alone. I abandoned him. It was actually pretty, I guess, bad for night market yesterday. We're hoping today's better because yesterday was Friday. We'll see. I feel like the OC night markets specifically have been getting worse from our experience. Let me know if you do the night markets and you agree, disagree, all that. All right, I'm doing my walk around while my husband is working at the booth, but we ended up changing a little bit. So if you can see, it used to be like a corner layout, but we changed it so it's more front facing. It just looks a little bigger and it's easier to shop. Saturday is definitely a lot busier. So this is the promenade, and the promenade is essentially where people come in. There's the entrance over yonder where the red tents is, and then it is in technically indoor space, but the thing is it's open on both ends, therefore you get a lot of like wind. So in the past, the promenade used to have people exiting. There's still a few people exiting, but the main exits are on the sides now. For these booths right in front of the promenade, these are actually the artist booths. They call them the art walk booth. The vendor spots you can select, so you can actually choose to be inside or choose to be outside in one of these outside booths. I think if you're attending, the best times to come are probably before the sun goes down, which kind of sucks. I know it's a night market, but as you can see, the crowds get pretty long. I mean, there's still some that doesn't have lines, but a lot of them, the most popular ones, food ones, do have lines, and it starts to get a little harder to walk around. You do have to bring your own lights. You do get a plug with power included in your booth fee, so you do get the electricity included in the price, but you do have to bring your own tent and your own tables and your own chairs and your own lights. So something to keep in mind if you are interested in vending at this event. I think it's like peak hour, which is around 8, 9, 10 is kind of like peak hours, and then it ends at 11 p.m. So the show starts at 4 p.m. for the OC night market, and then it ends at 11 p.m. It is Sunday at the OC night market. Husband is selling while I'm filming, but yesterday was pretty good. Definitely not as slow as Friday. And then today we're hoping for goodness as well. We did make back the booth finally yesterday, so today will be all profit. There's the booth, and it's still pretty bright out. It doesn't technically get dark until probably like 8 or 9. Almost done with night market, and we ran out of our red envelopes, these little capybara ones. We will be printing more, but it's gonna probably take a month for it to come, so I did anticipate that. I was just waiting for additional designs to be done before I ordered more red envelopes, because I wanted to make a mahjong version as well and some other stuff. So we'll have to go home and do that. And seriously, best feature of this booth is this behind the scenes little space. We turn it into like a rest area slash break area slash food area slash storage. So it just lives in this corner, and then there's like the front. So for the night markets, I do buy food from Mitzvah before we come to the show, and it's actually pretty good. A little cold sometimes, but I do have a little heater that I forgot to bring this time, but it works. And we are done. Last batch to the car. I think, well, we do have to walk it out to the car over there, but not too bad. It only took like a billion hours. Hi guys, so it's after night market, and we're doing our recap of the show. We do like an event report, and then we kind of go through what we liked, didn't like, that kind of thing. So husband is here. Boop. Our top grossing category was keychains this year. Last year, it was still keychains last year, but this year, 56% of the sales were keychains. Last year, it was half of that. It was 23% were keychains. Top grossing product is our sushi keychains. So red and orange were the biggest. Mahjong also came in third. So Mahjong has been really popular over the course of the last few shows, which is kind of cool to see. I like the actual lanterns instead of the flat lanterns. I thought they were cuter. And the fairy lights in them were cute too. But I don't know if we should do L shapes in the future, because it just like doesn't really work for us.
Did not like it. I think you're gonna show a picture, but being there, setting it up, it felt awkward setting it up. It was like a forked experience, because you have people on one side of you that are in your peripherals, and like trying to give everybody the same amount of attention, it just didn't feel like good. And also made us look really small, because when you're walking from the entrance, you kind of only see like this small L, so we just don't look that big in comparison to all the other booths around us. And I think that like hurt us a little bit. We almost looked like really small until we changed it. And then once we changed it, then we looked like our normal selves again.
The music actually turned out really well, I think. Kind of like lo-fi Studio Ghibli. So it still had the geek vibe, but it was like pretty chill, and it was jazzy. Keychains, the mahjong, and sushis were the biggest seller, which is a good indicator of which directions in terms of product development we should be doing. I don't have any ideas for more sushis though. I know the sushis are popular, but I don't spam sushi.
It wasn't. I liked the deal. I didn't think the deal was bad. I also didn't think the deal was like amazing. Yeah, I was gonna say the two things I really liked was we now have the person buying the bundle pick their fortune cookie from a box of fortune cookies. So it's cute, you know, you just like
Interaction.
Yeah, more interaction. You let it's almost like the mystery, you know. I think
Okay,
the
cool.
the value is definitely there. We just got to tighten up the experience, but I think we've tightened it up a little bit more by that fortune cookie.
So what do you think future OC night market? Like, go back? Don't go back?
I mean, I think we should go back. I think everyone was really nice. I think I really want to go back and have like
Comparison
mhm.
between like this
Yeah.
year and next year. But remember, a lot of people said that between this year and last year, there was a drop in their sales. So the fact that we didn't drop, I think, is actually a good indicator. So thank you for joining us for our OC Night Market experience. And if you liked our video, please like and subscribe wherever it shows up.
If there's any ideas out there for making the booth cooler or added effects or more interaction or engagement opportunities, let us know. That's all I would try to say.
Okay, goodbye. Thanks for watching.